Hey, everybody. Michelle is back with some information to share. So remember to keep working on what you're working on. Keep working on your creativity, whether people are paying attention or not. I know a lot of people get upset when they don't get the followers they want, or they expect, or don't get the likes that they expect. Everybody thinks their shit is the bomb, right? Everybody think they got the shit as far as their creativity is concerned. And a lot of us always, and this is our ego, by the way, that'll say all this. Like, I mean, why is everybody paying attention to that person and not paying attention to me? And why am I not getting the certain amount of attention or a certain amount of, I'm not at the top of the this and that, and I'm not at the top of clicks, and I'm not at, that's ego talking. Okay, genuine creators know that you just need to put the content out there. So like today, I'm gonna work on a blog, doing a free blog first, and getting it kind of see how I like it set up, and then I can always transfer it to another like a website template, and then put it online. Put it out there per se. So yes, you got to keep working on your creativity no matter what. Okay, because at some point people are going to find you. And see, what was happening back in the past is that people were manipulating situations by, they'll see what you're searching for, and then they'll create content based on what you're searching for. And most of these people had no experience in these areas at all. In my opinion, they were complete frauds. Okay, and all they were doing was pushing you into a pyramid scheme or some type of scam. Just like what's happening now with Cash App. I'm sure Cash App started out as a legitimate app, but now it seems to be warping into something, kind of sinister, fraudulent, scammy, deceptive, manipulative, maybe criminal. I don't know. But I'm cool. Hey, I know how to discern stuff, and it doesn't bother me. I know how to swipe and move on. So my point with creativity is don't wait until the crowd, wait thinking the crowd is going to find you. No, you got to just keep the content out there. And when the crowd is ready to find you, they're going to find you. So I'm going to do a blog, play around with the free blog first, see how it looks for me. I've enlisted certain people to do websites for me. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. You know how that is. But I think the timing is great for me to be, because I can do it myself. And I think it may be beneficial for my development to do it myself. I always like to hire other people to do stuff, but you know what? I could do it too. And like I said, I'd rather be in the creativity side of it. But since I got so much content out there, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can spend some time on doing a blog, and then decide how I want my websites to operate for my nonprofit. So don't worry about if you ain't getting people following you or getting people paying attention to you, or people are not watching your videos and this and that. Like I said, for my videos, I'm putting my videos up for viewing only, and you don't necessarily have to engage with my videos. You do so if you choose to. It's free will. I just want you to think about stuff. That's all the reason why I do it. And then and as time goes on, I figure out how to manage, a private, what do they call it? A private page. I don't know. We'll figure it out, because if it's a nonprofit, it needs to be public actually. So I'll figure out, and I'll get some information from others who are experts, who choose to, leave their shit. I'm sorry, leave their shit. I didn't mean to say that. Leave their information on my Facebook page. Kind of point me there, without necessarily having to say a word to me. Again, I talk about controversial stuff that nobody wants to. I don't want anyone to be involved with except me. I want to take responsibilities and be held accountable for what I say and do. Okay, and I don't want no one to feel like they need to defend me, per se. Defend me if you think my life is in danger, of course. But other than that, I got it. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I got this. And so, keep your creativity going. Keep the content going. Do something every day. and put it all out there. And at some point, somebody's gonna find you. That's just how it works. And because I'm aligned properly, I visualized and I align myself properly. So when it's time for people to come through to assist me towards my destiny, they will. But I got to take care of first things first. First I need to, make sure I will be available. So that means that I need to get this house on the market, get this house sold. And then then that's when I think things are going to start rolling, because then everything's clear. There's nothing that's holding me back per se. There's no real obstacles because I have responsibilities that I have to take care of my responsibilities, and I have to be accountable for what I've developed in my life thus far as well. So keep your creativity going. Don't worry about it. You're supposed to do creativity is something you'll do whether you get paid or not. Remember, but yes, we all have livelihoods that we must support. Okay, that's why a nonprofit will work for me, because it's not for me about just building and making a lot of money. I know a lot of people say that that's what they want, but it is true. You have more money, you do have more problems, because if you have more money, that means you're gonna have to hire more people to help you manage it. And then that's when people get burned all the time. All I gotta do is talk to some of these world famous hip hop artists. Okay, and I told you a lot of creativities, a lot of creative types are homeless, or or mentally unstable, need to be managed via their medication. They live an unstable and sometimes inappropriate lifestyle. Creatives, okay, there's a lot stacked against us more so than for us. Okay, but we make the most contributions, however, and then sadly we wait till a lot of them die before we recognize the geniuses they were, the information they were attempting to relay, and the assistance they were hoping to offer humanity about love, universal love. Okay, so keep your creativity going. Don't worry about how many likes you get, because that gets you caught up. A lot of people can buy likes, you know that, right? I remember when I had my shit earlier, my websites and blogs, back in the day when I created all that stuff. You can go and buy that shit. You can buy followers, you can buy likes. So, and you can buy a position, whether you are a high follower, whether these followers are real or not. Most of the time they weren't real. They were bots, BOTs. Okay. So, and I can guarantee you a lot of people that have groups I would say over 100. They don't know if these people are real or not. If they don't know them, I can guarantee you they have no idea if these people are real or not. They could be androids for all we know, avatars. Okay, so don't be concerned about that. Put your shit out there. Somebody will find you. And somebody's always listening anyway, even though they may not admit it. Okay, I know people are listening to me. Okay, I know they're paying attention to what I'm saying, paying attention to what I'm doing. Look, I already told you, okay, what has happened to me in so many words. And I'm working on how to share that. Not for revenge purposes or retaliation, but for education and for information. And know that all of us have been indoctrinated with being encased in negativity about ourselves, more so about Black culture. Okay, Black culture has been labeled inaccurate. It was an intentional act to break up Black culture, erode it, and attempt to eliminate it. If burning down either burning down our communities, okay, sending in the cavalry to burn down our communities. Okay, if that didn't work, it didn't work, we rebuild again. And so it brought in the cavalry of informants, snitches, rats, undercover, specific targeting. Okay, the specific people from the communities, that were hired by the FBI or the CIA. Okay. I mean, it's an onion of a lot of information. And a lot of people only see the surface of things, and they don't know how to think and go deep and say, "Well, wait a second, what the hell?" Like one of my friends I used to work with, I always have love for her. She was a She's a white female Republican, and she witnessed what was happening to me in my former job. Okay, she was a white female Republican, and she saw, heard, and felt everything that was happening to me. You know why? Because they were doing the same thing to her. Okay, so, but on a different scale. If you don't fit in, then people are going to bully you and harass you. And there were things there were so many and because it was so hard to change policy, a lot of people were fearful of changing policies and procedures. Well, you can, and you just have to be creative about it. You really do, and you can succeed in those kind of things. Okay, or at least bring attention. Okay, I could have filed all kind of lawsuits if I wanted to, honestly, but I did not. I chose to do it my way I chose to control the narrative of how things are done and how my life is, how my legacy, I want to leave the legacy that I choose. Okay, and it's not going to be a tragedy. Trust me, even though it may have been the intentions, when I was targeted. Okay, so again, keep your creativity going. Don't worry about if you don't have eyes on your shit. Somebody is watching, but most of the time they're watching it still. So that's why you need to just get your creativity out there. Make sure you have the proper documents to protect yourself. Okay, and and keep a track record as best you can. Do everything you can to save your videos in an external source, and everything, like I said, is time stamped. So if there were a copyright issue, it should be easily proven that you put that content out there first, or that content belongs to you. Okay, unlike before. All right, so that's that. So there are some advantages to technology. Okay, like I said, anything you say in anything you do with your cell phones, wherever you post your shit, pictures and everything, is stored to be found easily. So if somebody wants to dig up something about you, they can. So that's why you need to clear up your contradictions, resolve any kind of secrets you have. In other words, secrets can be bombs. I've said that before. If you have secrets that can be potentially life-threatening to yourself or somebody else, you need to resolve it and figure out how to detonate that. Yes, I'm a private person, but that means absolutely nothing in this day and age. So all I can do is conduct myself as I always have, in a righteous, confident manner. Okay, and that I will defend myself to the death if my life is in danger, or people that I love. Okay, so I'm no different than any other human being. So you have to learn how. As a lot of people say, "Well, pick your battles." That's true. That's true. Pick your advocacy. Yes, do that as well, and don't be concerned about if anybody wants to hear what you have to say. That's irrelevant. It's cowardly not to say something, because there were so many people back in the day that had so much information that could have saved people, but no, they chose to keep it to themselves. Those are the kind of secrets I'm talking about. And if you know those type of secrets and you know that they're life-threatening, you're just as complicit. So I'm good with that. That's good enough. That's as good as it's going to get. That means you're going to feel the boomerang effects as well. You're going to be reaping what you've sown as well. I mean, because you're considered complicit. If your rhetoric causes people to be killed, you're complicit. If your hatred causes people to be killed, and your hatred that you're spreading all over the universe, you're complicit. Okay, now, when that boomerang comes back to you, that's not for me to decide. And that's not for me to be concerned with. I just know that it will strike. That's energy. Everything's all energy. So, again, stay the course. Have fun with yourself. Laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Everybody is doing something, I hope, towards surviving. Okay, everything, if you don't hear anything from me, Like I said, if you're not meditating, you're wasting your time. And if you're not paying, if and another thing that I'm going to share is that if you're not paying attention to your instinct, because see what I'm doing, I'm just going. It's almost like I'm flowing. Like I said, I'm flowing. And if there's a problem with anything I'm saying or doing, I will get the impulses. I will feel the energy of it, okay, inside of me, and to say, okay, Michelle, stop. I'm listening now. I wasn't listening before, and I almost got myself killed. Okay, so stay with it. If you're creative, whether people are watching you or not. But chances are people are watching, people are listening. And some people are inspired, some people are jealous, some people are envy. And you cannot control that at all. Just control how you manage yourself, how you conduct yourself. Don't seek retaliation. Okay? Stay righteous within. All right? So I want to send peace and love, universal love. And I'm out of here. I'm kind of getting a little worked up here. And I'm hungry too, as always. But I want to send peace and love again, universal love. And trust me, I'll be back.